Previously on Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Lazy says, the darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster.
I can see from this angle that there's nothing written there.
And now back to wagging my little finger.
Back out here again. Because they're like, fuck it, we're not drawing any more backgrounds, apparently. God, seriously, we've been out here like 7 times this game at least.
April 6th, 3:25 p.m. outside Grand Tower.
Tower Plaza? Holy shit, I just realized we have a lot of people in this group now.
Hey, Edworth, need another hand?
Phoenix, get out of here, it's my game.
No, I want to show me this game too.
Bye, you get out of here too, you little weirdo. I don't need your weirdness affecting my game.
Better watch out, Edworth. I'm gonna show up when you least expect it.
Don't you dare. You better not show up in Ace Attorney Investigations 3.
Kay, would you please activate the little Mr. Thief?
Right, with these case files recreating everything should be a snap. Where should I start?
Where indeed, according to these documents, it seems there was a witness to the kidnapping of the president. A freelance journalist by the name of Jack Cameron.
Jack Cameron? Jack Cameron. Jack Cameron. Cameron. Jack Cameron. I don't know if it's probably a pun or based on somebody's real name, but however,
he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and was murdered by the culprit.
Oh.
So that would mean the place he saw the president was here.
Here? At the Grand Tower?
No, the Grand Tower was only built around a year ago, Kay. Before that, this place contained mostly only abandoned buildings.
Oh, wait, so you're telling me she's gonna make it a recreation and then it's just gonna like wipe out the building that's here? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look at where there's no building here.
However, 12 years ago, this place was.
Huh, now you're finally talking some stuff that I know. Yeah, 12 years ago, this very spot was the Happy Family Home.
What the hell? What is that blue mouse on the... Or is that an elephant? Or is that the blue badger?
What's that, pal?
It's a place where children who lost their parents could live. Or to put it simply, it was an orphanage. Did I go there or something? How old am I? I would have been 15. Maybe.
So the president was kidnapped at that orphanage.
And the head of the facility at the time was Patricia Rowland.
Oh, what?
Apparently Rowland always referred to it as her home.
Oh.
Oh my god, everything's coming together so beautifully, it's blowing my fucking brain right now. Seems that suspicion would fall naturally upon her.
Patricia Rowland blazed at best in President Wang. The darkness that remains from this SS5 incident still casts a shadow on the present case. Kay, I'd like you to input the investigation data from Jack Cameron's murder case. You can probably assume that he was killed by one of the kidnappers.
So if we solve the murder case, we'll know who the kidnappers were, right?
Precisely. I'm counting on you.
Okay, looks like this is gonna be another long episode then. Do. Now, 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Okay, like I said, how am I gonna do this? Because there's still actually a building there.
Because of OP-ness.
What the heck is this? Everything's green. Oh my god! I knew I'm inside the Matrix!
Couldn't expect such reactions. I would probably shit my pants too. Imagine the people sitting inside the building right now. They're just like floating in the air like, the fuck?
It's recreation in the grounds of the facility that stood here 12 years ago. Based on the documents from the police investigation.
I recreated the scene to show what it looked like when police arrived at 7 a.m. the next day.
It appears a fair amount of snow had piled up here.
Yeah, I heard that the footprints in the snow were prime pieces of evidence. The snow fell during the day of the incident.
The snow only fell before the crime took place, which means the footprints wouldn't have been erased by any further snow. Let's make sure to pay close attention to these footprints.
The investigation!
Okay, so it looks like we have his pair of footprints right there, and then multiple pairs of footprints to the right of him. I guess, looks like they're leaving. Actually, one person walking up and that same person leaving. These footprints stop near the body.
This must be Mr. Cameron's footprints. Sure, some big feet. They look like size 11.
It's not that big. I have like size 11s. My feet aren't big.
Nico's got Kingdom Hearts feet.
Shut up.
According to the data, his shoes match these footprints.
Damn, this dude got straight fucking rocked.
You got shot in the face, bro. You dead. Oh, I think I see that fucking flower. This is the eyewitness of the president's kidnapping, Jack Cameron. What exactly do you witness?
Recreate the state of his body based on the photos taken by the police.
Ah, appears he was struck in the head from behind.
The weapon was a brick, right? It's like like the ones from the garden.
Blood that flowed from his head has splattered all over the surroundings.
Here, take this. It's Mr. Cameron's autopsy report.
I see. Our arrested Tom inspected every suspicious-looking nook and exploded head. First, actually, looks like that flower.
No flowers fall in here. The language of flowers, it means a stolen treasure.
Okay, please stop making things up. Still, this flower seems to be of a different variety from the ones growing nearby.
Well, then why is it in a place like this?
This bothers me a little. We should examine the flower beds itself after this.
I knew it. Someone must have stolen this from somewhere and brought it here.
Okay.
In the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor.
I spy a phone. I assume that this is the victim's cell phone.
That's right. Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over the cell phone.
What do you mean by over the cell phone?
After Cameron found the president, it seems that he called his girlfriend. Ooh wee, Bernie, you just farted and it stinks. Hey, I'm very conscious about my gas, okay? Don't make fun of it. I know, but oh god, Bernie, it smells so bad. That's what I get for eating tacos tonight. She didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on his answer machine. The tape is in the case files too. You want to hear it?
Please.
Hello, Jill? Are you asleep already? I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right.
Oh. Here we go. It's all coming together again. I see. Okay. Whoa. So this is the guy that she was dating, the journalist. That's right. That's I remember Courtney brought that up, I think, after the last case. So she thought it was Blaze. Blaze was the one that killed him.
I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Wang is here of all places. And what's more... Crap, the light just went out. I can barely see a thing now. I can't believe it. But it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. I thought I'd let you know. Ow, fuck! Thought I'd let you know that...
What was that sound at the end?
It was me getting fucking bludgeoned with a brick. Seems he was attacked while he was still on the phone.
Agent Lang, may I ask, what was the name of Mr. Cameron's beloved?
I'm pretty sure I heard her name was Jill Crane.
Oh my god, holy shit. So it was true. Did you say Jill?
This is why she was seeking revenge for 12 long years.
The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze.
I bet there's evidence we're going to see here that we saw at that auction, or in there, right, that we didn't recognize.
Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right?
She may have wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Ah. Or perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. I see. It's all coming together. Was that camera there? I don't think so. The victim was carrying a camera.
Oh, and according to the case files, it seems he only managed to take a single photo. Here it is.
Oh! Holy shit, this is... Oh, hey, oh my god, there's a smudge print on that snowman's face. There's always fucking smudge prints in every of these cases.
Isn't that the president?
He's being held at gunpoint. This must be the scene the victim witnessed.
Go ahead, shoot me. I'll just flex that shit off.
This person in the coat must be a kidnapper.
Indeed, it seems like some sort of disguise. The logic of Agent Lang's father is correct. And this person should be Patricia Rowland. She doesn't look quite fat enough to be Patricia Rowland, but then again, this is 12 years ago. And then again, actually, she wasn't actually fat. She was just, it was just the numerous dogs she had on her.
But why is there only one photo?
Perhaps he's killed before he could take any more. Okay.
Guy in the head.
It's the brick that was used as the murder weapon.
Find the bricks like this all over the garden. He must have used one of them as a weapon.
Can I examine the bricks now? Owie! Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. He was killed because he witnessed the president's kidnapping.
Blood really stands out in the recreation. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
In the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. Ugh. Oh, that'd be a fucking bad way to go. The back of his head is covered in blood. That must be where all the blood spilled from.
According to the autopsy report, he was struck in the back of the head with a brick.
Indeed, it's likely that the killer approached Mr. Crane from behind. This victim holding something in his right hand.
It's also written in the case files. It seems he was holding onto a button.
A button? Did he tear it off the culprit's clothes? Stained with Cameron's blood. Okay. Okay, now make sure let's check his garden. Flower bed.
According to the data, the facility had 3 gardens. And each of these gardens contained 3 flower beds.
The way these flower beds are lined up. I've seen this arrangement somewhere before. Have I? I've got a lot of evidence for this case.
So it was during the winter there were no flowers in bloom. What a shame.
What's this yellow flower?
Why is there a single flower here? That is a lion lily. It's a very rare type of lily.
You say lion lily?
That's the flower Miss Courtney gave to the president.
What's it doing here? Could it be just a coincidence? No demon way.
If I recall, the lion lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means the bond between parent and child.
I never knew you were so familiar with flowers.
That's what is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Miles Edgeworth.
Look at this bear.
This bear-shaped igloo is both cute and scary at the same time.
I was about to say the same thing.
I hereby declare this a bear glue.
It's as though this igloo could fit 3 people inside.
Yeah, I bet you could live up to 3 years in this bear glue.
3 years? What about the summertime? The igloo would melt.
Mr. Edgeworth, say that again. Say that one more time.
The igloo would melt. I didn't say it. I love her little fluff text. Hey, Ray, what's up, bro?
The scene sure puts chills on your bones. Uncle Ray needs a hot bait to keep him warm.
Could you please try to be a little more serious?
Oh, if that's what Kay wants, I guess I have no choice. Miles, this is where it all began. Isn't that right?
Yes, I fear that is the case.
Most tradition blazes true gold. There's still many mysteries yet to be solved.
Indeed, it's just you say.
Particularly the mystery of what will happen to Kay Ray's love. Isn't it suspenseful?
Not even a little. You just couldn't resist, could you, Mr. Shields? Why could you ever stay serious for more than a minute?
I think he's genuinely incapable of staying serious for that long. The footprints here seem to lead to and from the body.
These footprints were believed to be the culprits.
But it looks like he came up right, well, if he came up from that angle, though, then wouldn't his entry be on the other side of his head? Because I'm guessing he was facing, maybe he was facing towards the left then. But then wouldn't his body have fallen the other way?
Shoe size about 7. That's a fairly average.
Are you kidding me? If that's a guy's feet, that's fucking small as hell. If that's a girl's feet, then, that's probably a bit more normal. Seems we won't be able to tell who the culprit is from these footprints.
What the fucking dicks is going? Oh my god! My Mozilla, see? He does exist, I knew it! If he doesn't exist, then what the hell's all this shit everywhere?
I don't know. 3 footprints. Oh. Here we go. It's the footprints. Go for it. No. Oh. That was the sound of me putting my foot in my mouth. Oh, God. Beautiful. All right, well, Nico. Hey, Nico. Yeah, here's that thing, that thing you're making such a big fucking deal about. Well, here's the fucking explanation. That's why they were shaped like that. It was It was because of these fucking flower beds. Honestly, I'm glad though. I mean, I wanted that. I didn't want that to just be like, just something that they just rolled over. Okay, good. There was a reason for it. Perhaps it's the true nature of the monster's footprints.
True nature.
Compare the positions of the 3 footprints at the 3 flower beds on the left.
Ah! Exact areas of dirt match the area where the flower beds were. So Blaze dug it holes in front of where each of the 3 flower beds used to be.
Damn, good memory. Exactly. Now, which would he do? Why would he do such a thing? Oh, of course. I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Why did Blaze dig holes in the ground near the flower beds? Because of, report on nightly. Report from Patricia Rowland to Blaze to Best. It said that something was laid to rest in front of the flower bed.
So Blaze was following Miss Rowland's instructions to dig it up. But why would he dig up 3 holes?
Report didn't state which of the 3 flower beds the item was in front of.
Oh, so Blaze didn't know where exactly to dig. That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots.
Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about that.
Through all the trouble, I wonder what was trying to dig up.
Good fucking question. The murder weapon? I'm just gonna connect that because the only one's left. Nope. Well, didn't make sense. I know. Oh my god, it makes so much sense. He was trying to dig up the bear glue. Or this fucking turtle. Splayer on toys are modeled after a hare and a tortoise, like from the fable. The tortoise and the hare competed in a race. In the end, the hare lost for being a giant douche.
And now for something completely different. It's time for K-Quiz. Why did the hare lose? There are 3 choices.
I already know the answer. It's because the hare took a nap.
1, the hare's favorite shoes were stolen by the Yatagarasu. 2, the tortoise trained with the Yatagarasu until it became faster than the hare. 3, unbeknownst to the 2 animals, the Yatagarasu stole the victory from the shadows.
Those are my only choices.
Is it too hard for you, K? K, I'll give you a hit.
Okay.
K, I'll give you a hit. It starts with a the.
She wants me to pick a number 3. God dang it, doodly! All right. You know something.
Please ask me anything you wish, except for the thing that you want to know the answers for. You have my heartfelt thanks for bringing John back. Oh, even the thought of him not coming back makes me...
Hey, old man, don't bully my mom.
No, that wasn't my intention. I didn't do anything.
Ooh, look at him go. Mommy's little knight in shining armor. He's so cool.
It's not like that. Quit blabbering stupid stuff about me.
John, please wait. May I proceed, Mr. Edgeworth? My actions were unbecoming of one who calls herself a servant of the goddess of law. I won't ask for forgiveness. However,
Judge Courtney, I'm not as well acquainted with the goddess of law as you are. Actually, I don't think you really are either. However, isn't that goddess also a mother of other gods? The law makes exceptions for extenuating circumstances and understands a mother's heart. I'd say perhaps your goddess sympathizes with you more than you think.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn, Edgeworth always knows the right thing to say.
I don't get it. What the heck are you two blabbering about?
It's okay, John. I don't have a clue either.
Seems the dust has settled on day 1 of Patricia Rowland's trial.
Yes, while a decision is yet to be reached, I would say guilty verdict is quite likely. I'm sure a thorough investigation into her connection with Blaze will be conducted as well.
God, Patricia Rowland's really turning out to be a real, monster herself, hasn't she? Before, she seemed like, I don't know, just seemed kind of like a sort of loving, but kind of, over-the-top character. You didn't really see her being like a monstrous killer or someone who would go out of her way to hurt others.
After seeing Sebastian today, I know we can put our faith in him.
Just like Kay, Sebastian is also in the midst of training for the future ahead.
I see. When you say it like that, I guess we have more in common than I thought. If he's a cinnamon bun, then I'm a tiramisu. Ooh, that's even oriental. It's perfect.
Yes, you're my little tiramisu, Kay.
Damn straight, Edgeworth. I said if you mean things to him, so the next time we meet, I'd like to apologize to him. You guys ever had tiramisu before? It's really fucking good. If you haven't, look it up. I'm sure you'll get your opportunity. For now.
Yes, at present, solving this case is our top priority.
The store. I remember seeing it from somewhere.
Of course he would. It's exactly like the Grand Tower door we saw earlier. Okay, so I guess this is where the building actually starts, so.
This is a recreation 12 years ago. That means the store has been here since then.
Since when the Grand Tower was built, they decided to reuse the door rather than destroy it. Oh, okay. Wait, so is this where the building starts? I'm not even really sure anymore.
It's just like the old saying goes, discover something new by heating up something old.
Oh, so she's understood the correct meaning of a saying for once.
But if you're using a microwave to do it, don't heat it for over 5 minutes.
Never mind. Okay, what's left? Talk to you?
3 flower beds and snow.
Agent Lang, what's the matter?
Something strange. I wasn't able to read the S5 incident case files until now.
Since Blaine has had all access to that information restricted.
Yeah, that's right. And yet I feel like I've seen this exact scene somewhere before.
What do you mean?
Where did I see this? If I could just remember.
Looks deep in thought. I should leave him alone for a while.
After the SS5 incident, the president completely changed. Well, he must have felt his trust had been betrayed. It's only natural. He cut off all ties with the Lin clan, putting an end to our deep bond of trust. My old man wanted to at least apologize in some way. So he tried to go see the president more times than I can count. Of course, the president refused to meet with him. He wouldn't even give him the time of day. I don't know if it was from the bodyguards, but there were times where he'd come back all beaten up. Huh. But me standing around talking about the past doesn't do jack, does it?
Should be the judge of that. For now, just keep telling us what you know.
You're still as tactless as ever. Well, I figured you'd say as much. The fall of my old man was also the fall of the Lin clan. A family that failed to protect the president. That's what we became. My old man started to investigate the case like he was possessed.
Did someone so driven by obsession truly conduct a proper investigation?
Sheesh. Really don't pull your punches, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't think I blindly trusted in his investigation just because he's my old man. His investigation was meticulous down to the last detail. Apparently, he even conducted a thorough interview with each and every kid at that orphanage.
He interviewed every child. How fruitful his results were.
What do you want?
John, I'd like you to tell me the exact details of your kidnapping.
You were kidnapped at the garbage pickup area, right? Why'd you go there?
You don't have to act as a go-between. I can just talk to the old man directly.
So he says. Looks like he's finally starting to warm up to you.
I went to the garbage pickup to throw away the flowers I found on the body. It was nearby, and I thought it'd be hard to find. Then if I just tossed them in a trash can. I went there last night too, but the gate was locked.
That's why you went there again today to dispose of them.
Yeah, but when I got there, someone suddenly grabbed me from behind.
Use Sleepy Z on you, right? Catching Z's is now super easy with Sleepy Z.
You know, she's also a victim to it. She seems to have taken a liking to the slogan.
Whoever grabbed me was really strong, but that's all I know. I have no idea who it was.
I see, so that's what happened. After the drugs wore off, did you notice anything about your surroundings?
Straps were brought to you by Sleepy Z. Catching Z's is now super easy with Sleepy Z.
Shut up, Kay!
It was kind of cold when I woke up. It was in a dark, empty room. Boxes with foreign writing on them were lying around, so I figured I was in a warehouse.
The whole place was like a giant refrigerator. It was a commercial warehouse.
That's right, John was rescued thanks to the collective efforts of Kay and Detective Gumshoe.
Since it was still a bit cold, the cooling unit's power must have not been cut for too long. For some reason, they didn't think to take my phone, so I used it to call for help.
I see. In any case, it's good that you're safe and sound, John.
Huh, I don't need your fake sympathy, old man.
What an incorrigible child.
Just like a certain someone I know.
Hey, okay, what am I missing here? Damn it. Ace Sturdy Investigation, I thought it was past. Oh, the fucking snowman head. I couldn't see it very well. It's mostly melted, but appears to be a snowman.
It's a scarf and a hat, and it must have melted since it was dressed so warmly. Poor thing has even lost use of one of the buttons that was used for its eyes.
Here we are. Temperature reached its lowest point at dawn. Perhaps it would have refrozen later.
Hey, not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Once a snowman melts, even if it freezes up again, it becomes an iceman instead of a snowman.
Ah! What? Is that what she was expecting me to say? No! I figured it out! Logic, that shit! That's where the button's from. No, I can't button it. Fuck. Why won't they let me button it, please?
Shifu, I know it's not my place, but I have a request. Please, do a roll call, just like old times. Just like old times, huh? Yeah, what a lark. So no choice. Roll call. 1! I'm sorry. A roll call with one person is really lacking. It's nonsense. It's got nothing to do with numbers. Even though you're the only one here, the pack is always one, right? If you think it's lacking, then how loud enough to make up for the rest of the pack? Roll call. 1! 1! 1! 1!
That man, is he on the verge of tears?
What?
Oh my God. Get me away from these crazy people. Damn it, what am I missing? Oh, is this something? This pillar appears to be burnt. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. It's not easy to see with all the fucking green everywhere.
According to the file, it seems there was a fire in the evening of the incident.
Fire?
Let's see here. Huh? So one of the children in the orphanage spilled kerosene and set on fire as a prank.
This kid had far too much energy. Thanks to that, we can't make out any of the footprints near the main hall. Okay, that had to be it, right? Yes, thank you. Learned pretty much all that we can about the situation at the time of the murder.
Oh, in that case, is there another scene you'd like to recreate?
Yes, would you do the honors? I would like you to recreate the scene when the victim witnessed the president's kidnapping.
Right, I'll recreate the scene based on Mr. Cameron's photo. Okay, 1, 2, buckle my shoe, here we go! Alley-oop!
Cameron's standing in the middle of the flower bed, about to get his fucking face bashed in. Here we go. Okay, I was right. The direction of the body doesn't make sense. First off, it would have crossed in front of him.
The president and his kidnapper are staying on the road.
My old man based on his initial investigation on this man's eyewitness's testimony. As a result, led him believe that the kidnapping and this facility were related.
And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage, Patricia Rowland.
Yeah. But in court, Blaze the Best treated this testimony as if it meant nothing.
Why would he do that?
The president and his kidnapper were not standing inside the orphanage grounds. So connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping was difficult to prove.
I see. It's not like they were seen inside the orphanage, after all.
No matter how much evidence the detectives gather at the crime scene, it doesn't mean squat if the prosecutor won't use it in court. Blaze the Best had some kind of connection with Patricia Rowland.
Yes, we know.
Figure they had some kind of deal going on.
In other words, you think that Blaze was one of the kidnappers?
He said Patricia found out guilty. Was he a partner? Were they partners in crime? However, your father was convinced that Patricia Rowland was the culprit. Your father was a highly capable investigator, I presume. Might he have had some other basis for his conclusion besides the eyewitness testimony?
Yeah, I figure he did, but I have no idea what it was. The man never really talked much about this case.
Zhilling's father, Dai Long Lang, President Wang's most trusted confidant. The truth he discovered was suppressed by Blaze the Best. First, we must find that hidden truth. I think someone must have taken like a fake photo of this, maybe, to throw them off the trail. I think his body maybe was over here because he grabbed the button off this snowman. Our rest stone expecting every suspicious looking nook and weird looking snowman.
About this snowman.
We created the scene where the camera's killed. It already melted.
It already melted. I said that. The scarf and all soggy, and one of its button eyes was missing.
Indeed, at this stage, it appears that most of its original form was still intact. Although there's one spot that looks unnatural, naturally lacking.
Poor thing, I bet some naughty kid must have plucked it off. Although from a thief's perspective, that kid does have some promise.
Plucked off by one of the children at the orphanage? No, perhaps. It was taken by an entirely different person altogether. Yes, good. I figured that would activate my deducing. All right. Yes, it's connected to
Go for it. Connect button. The snowman. Wouldn't you say it's missing something?
Its right eye is missing.
Precisely. What's more, that missing eye happens to be in our possession.
The button that Mr. Cameron was holding on to. It's got the exact same design as the snowman's left eye.
We assume that this button was indeed the snowman's eye. A huge contradiction arises. If this button is the snowman's eye, what contradiction arises? Location of the victim, location of the snowman, location of the president. Location of the victim. The victim was holding on to the button. Furthermore, the button was stained with blood. In other words, he grabbed the button after he was attacked. For example, if you were to picture it in this way, after being struck in the back of the head, Mr. Cameron lost his balance. As he was falling, he reached out his hand towards the nearby snowman. However, he could not support his weight, and he collapsed while still grasping the button.
That means Mr. Cameron was near the snowman when he was attacked.
Indeed. At the very least, he must have been within arm's reach. However, it's quite clear that he would not have been able to reach it from his current position.
But Mr. Cameron's footprints only lead towards the flower bed.
Can we be certain these footprints really are Mr. Cameron's? It seems we'll need to investigate them one more time.
Understood. I'll recreate the time the body was discovered. See one more time. These footprints should match up with Mr. Cameron's shoe size, right?
Inspect them again. These footprints, are they really Mr. Cameron's?
They're from size 11 shoes. These huge footprints match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes. No matter how you look at it, they're moving steadily towards the center of the flower beds.
When Mr. Cameron was attacked, he grabbed the button from the snowman.
With a great deep human conditioning, your arm just can't stretch that far, let alone an ordinary civilian. It'd become completely impossible.
The footprints come from the shoes worn by the victim, just as the case files say. However, does that mean that Mr. Cameron was the owner of these shoes? We should re-examine Mr. Cameron's shoes. Shoes should match the footprints, however. These shoes. It seems they were not the ones originally worn by the victim.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you'll see the laces were tied up strangely. And then the size doesn't seem to fit quite right either. More likely placed the shoes on the victim's feet after he died.
That would mean these huge footprints leading up to the victim's feet.
Most likely made by someone other than the victim.
So then the footprints leading to and from the victim's head must be Cameron's.
No, not necessarily. They seem a little too small to be the victim's footprints. I see. He must have come from inside the orphanage then.
So none of the footprints are his? Then which way did Mr. Cameron walk from?
It's quite simple. The victim did not walk from here on his own accord, but rather, he was carried here after he was murdered by the culprit. Oh, okay. Question now becomes, where was he killed and carried from? Of course, quite a bit of blood is there, though. Perhaps it was near the snowman after all. Mr. Cameron's body was moved. Consider the button he was holding on to. It's highly likely that he was killed near the snowman. Let's take a closer look. I'm arrested. I suspected every suspicious looking nook and severed snowman head.
There's some size 7 footprints going back and forth. According to the police files, these are the culprit's footprints.
Indeed. They seem to grow faint and disappear as they approach the road.
There's not much snow left on the road after all.
As expected, it'll be difficult to determine who these footprints belong to.
Snow has become a sad sight to look at.
Can't be helped. Snow and ice both melt away with time.
Just like the mysteries of the case you've solved, Mr. Edgeworth.
Damn it, Kay, don't get poetic on me.
As time passes, these mysteries melt away while you continue to keep your cool.
You do realize I'm racking my brain trying to solve these mysteries during our case. Thought I saw some. Oh, that's where the brick is.
There's a brick missing here.
The rest are all in order. It's strange that only this one is missing. Here we go. Time to go for it. Connect brick. Go for it. Connect brick. Perhaps the missing brick was the one used as the murder weapon. Used to kill the camera was from the snowman. All right.
Yeah, it seems to be just the right size to fit in that gap perfectly.
The body was moved. Brick was near a snowman. Yes, body was moved. As I thought, it seems the murder actually occurred near the snowman.
The button Mr. Cameron was holding and the murder weapon came from there.
Indeed. Also, if we assume that the killer picked up the brick near the snowman and then tried to sneak up behind Mr. Cameron.
Oh, Mr. Cameron totally would have seen the person picking up the brick.
Yes, I was warning about that. Exactly. Okay, please update the recreation. Mr. Cameron was not in the middle of the flower beds, but near the snowman.
Okay, I'm on it. Okay.
Okay. It seems like a bit of a contradiction, doesn't it?
Matter how you look at it, this is strange.
All people involved in the case are gathered in the same place.
Did we make a mistake here or something?
One piece of evidence this recreation is based on is odd. If I had to choose which piece of evidence it is fake, which piece of evidence is likely to be fake, it's that fucking picture. Yup. Was this photo really taken by Mr. Cameron?
Eh? What do you mean?
We have proven that whoever killed Mr. Cameron was also moved the body. For what reason would they have to deliberately move his body? Perhaps the culprit wanted to falsify the scene that Mr. Cameron witnessed.
That's why they took a fake photo?
They made the president stand under the street light and took a photo with Cameron's camera. It would have been quite simple.
How do you mention it? Mr. Cameron's camera only had one photo on it, right?
Indeed. In all likelihood, the original roll of film had been removed from the camera. And after loading a new roll of film into the camera, the fake photo was taken.
I see. So this photo must have been taken after Mr. Cameron was killed, right?
I see. Exactly. This is not the scene that Mr. Cameron actually witnessed. It's likely this photo is forged evidence.
And where did Mr. Cameron witness the president, his kidnapper?
The photo isn't the only piece of evidence that indicates what Mr. Cameron witnessed.
The testimony he left on the answering machine.
Precisely. We should listen to the recording one more time and confirm what was said. Where else could the president and his kidnapper have been? Over here? Yep. Mr. Cameron said that this is on the answering machine. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. There are only two places here where the lights are broken.
Like by the orphanage.
Okay, could you please update the recreation?
Roger that.
So the kidnapper was near the orphanage.
Indeed. With this, we've shown the connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping.
So that's why they moved the body and took a fake photo to create false testimony, in order to remove any suspicion towards the orphanage in court.
I see. With this, the state of the recreation has changed completely. The time the body was discovered, scene has probably been greatly impacted as well.
Let's go check it out right away. Preparations are ready.
The state of the recreation has changed once again. I should press the Y button to select change recreation. Let's give it a try. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, it's this button.
What's up?
Change. I see, okay. Originally, Mr. Cameron's body was here. In order to be consistent with the fake photo, it was moved to the center of the flower beds.
And the footprints going back and forth from the body, could they be?
Indeed, there's only one possibility at the moment. These footprints were probably left when the body was moved to the flower beds. Oh, the big footprints could have been the president's, maybe, right? Our arrests have inspected every suspicious-looking nook and bloody spot. The blood splatter above the snow certainly was a substantial amount. There seems to be like a perfect crease, though, there, doesn't it? It's almost as if the murder was actually committed here.
Mr. Cameron should have been attacked near the snowman.
Exactly. In that case, this blood must belong to someone else. Oh.
What? But the police report said that this was Mr. Cameron's blood.
The one in charge of this case was Blaze the Best. It would have been simple for him to falsify that information.
But wouldn't it be faster to just clean up the bloodstains rather than falsify the information?
You wouldn't be able to do that. Think about it. Blaze knew that Mr. Cameron's body would be discovered here. in which case the forensics department would naturally become involved.
Luminol reaction. They would have discovered it with the power of science.
Precisely. It would have been difficult to completely erase all traces of the blood. However, falsifying the results of a blood test would be much easier in comparison. You would just have to switch the results from the forensics reports.
What a bummer. Knowing those documents were read were falsified. It looks like Mr. Cameron's clothes were completely soaked in blood.
The blood scattered here onto Cameron's clothes. That would mean, at the time, the bloodstains here had not dried yet.
I see, so then this certainly somebody's blood was splattered here just a short while before Mr. Cameron was murdered.
It might be it actually might be it. It might be the real president was killed or something. And then it got replaced with a fake one. Indeed, that's exactly right. However, if that's the case, wouldn't a new contradiction arise in this recreation? Would it? Yeah, it'd be this one, right? Ah, damn it. Hey, this is clearly a contradiction.
Really? I don't know. It looks pretty normal to me.
You shut up. This is clearly a contradiction. Don't you dare. Don't you dare shoot down my amazing logic.
Oh, that was it.
It's a clear contradiction. I don't really get it, honestly.
Huh? You mean this blood stain?
You see how this blood stain is broken up by the remains of the fire? It's proof that the fire occurred after the blood had scattered around the area. Oh.
Huh? But I thought the fire occurred before the murder.
Seems that the information is suspect as well. The fire had broken out after the murder.
The child who started the fire should have seen the body and the bloodstains.
Why then did they not come forward as a witness? It's likely they would have put Blaze at a great disadvantage.
Just need to investigate this fire in more detail. Hey, you.
Yes, sir.
There should be some records of the fire in the police department under a different case file. I want you to bring every last investigation report about the fire.
Understood, Shifu.
Oh, one more thing.
What is it, sir?
Contact the house of Lang in Zhengfa. There should be evidence from this case in my old man's room.
What do you mean?
And just remember, why I recognize this scene. A long time ago, I saw a picture of my old man's room. It's a drawing resembling this scene.
What did you say?
However, I think it looked like something like a child drew.
A child? And the artist may have been a culprit behind the fire.
It should still be somewhere in my old man's room. Have them send it over here.
Understood, sir.
Okay.
No, I guess there's still stuff to examine. Oh, that was it. Suppose that Blaze was one of the kidnappers. It becomes more likely that what he dug up yesterday is connected to the abduction. What is it?
I figured it out. It was treasure. Treasure. Didn't Blaze have dug up the ransom money?
The $100 million ransom, buried in the ground until the heat had died down. Certainly possible. Oh, good thinking, Gay. Everything I thought you were just doing your usual jibber jabber.
I know, right?
Would explain why he would desperately be searching for it. Investigation complete. Heal Edward's mistakes.
Okay, all done. Go back to my pocket now. Woo!
Shifu, I'm back. I brought the info on the fire and the kid started in a photo of the drawing in your father's office. And also...
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Hurry up and hand him over.
The information held by Agent Link's father. Ah! Holy Mother of God. Who in the fuck is that? Oh my God, he's got the fucking the bull plushie. What the fuck? There's a... Oh, it's Dogen and his dog. Oh. Oh my God, what's happening? And he's got his flowers.
This is it. It's exactly what I remember.
This was the picture drawn by the child depicting the night of the incident.
It sure looks like it was drawn with a child's touch.
As I thought, the one who drew this is most likely the child who started the fire. Oh my God, so much evidence has been gathered.
Shifu!
What now? Sorry, but it's gonna have to wait. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Oh no, he had something else he wanted to say. I cut him off. Come on, man.
Why do you think my old man had this?
Perhaps we should listen to what your friend has to say.
No, fuck him.
Perhaps he obtained it during the course of his investigation into the incident. Although I don't know why he would have concealed it. Agent Lang might not be able to see the details of the fire.
Yeah, sure.
Allow me to read it post-haste. The boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the night of the incident. Seems this boy went missing several days later.
What? Don't tell me he witnessed something he shouldn't have.
It's horrible. He was only a child after all.
Well, even for that to be the case, we can't rule out the possibility entirely.
Huh? Apparently the boy left some stuff behind at the orphanage. It was taken as evidence. Oh, what's this?
Is it the horn for that plushie? What's that doing here? Yep.
Huh? Mr. Prosecutor, do you recognize this?
Yes. I know one piece of evidence that's related to it. What piece of evidence is related to what the boy left behind? That fucking demon bow! I don't know what it's doing here, but isn't that the missing horn from the Mozilla doll?
No way. You mean this came off the president's?
Know of it?
Yeah. I've noticed the president kept it close by as a decoration. I always thought it was strange how one of the horns was missing.
If you twist the horn, this doll will play back any previously recorded audio.
So if we put the missing horn back in place, we might be able to hear a different recording.
Indeed. It's possible. The doll is currently on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower. This whole group gonna go up there?
Hey you heard that right?
Yes sir, I'll be right back. But first, can I say my thing?
No!
Shifu, I got it! The mighty Mozilla doll!
Well done. Give it to the prosecutor over there.
So the horn found at the orphanage in the doll. It is complete.
It's a perfect fit.
Well, you hear anything?
Mr. Wang. Oh, it's Amy. It's been a while. I saw the news that you would be coming to this country. I was really nervous about doing this, but I decided to send you a message. Oh!
Please stop the playback.
Judge Courtney. No! We all need to hear this.
What's wrong? Stop it, now!
It's a boy, your son. He's just been born. I'm sorry, that's all I wanted to tell you. His name is John. John Marsh. It's a fine name for him, don't you think?
Oh my god!
Oh my god, he is his baby daddy!
Ah!
What? Marsh?
Did you say John?
Wait, who's Amy? Waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Wait, do we have an Amy in here? No, it was just once. I want John to be able to meet you. Sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'll be waiting.
No way. That was my...
John.
What's the meaning of this? Miss Courtney.
John is not my biological son.
Oh, thank you, God. I say that because, good God, if he was... Oh, God, that's just... what a horrible backstory that must have been.
He's adopted.
Did John know about this?
Of course he knew. John's mother, Amy Marsh, passed away about 5 years ago. She and I were cousins. Since we were young, we've always been really close. We were often mistaken for sisters. That's why, when she passed away, I thought it was only natural that I look after John. Also, there were circumstances which prevented me from revealing his father's identity. I never even told John his father's name.
Now it's all been revealed. Thanks to the recording on that doll. Thank you, Mr. Bull. God, so much shit was involved with you, wasn't it? John's mother sending the doll to the president.
Hey,
John.
was he the president? Really my dad?
Yes, he was. Which means you will grow up to be Diesel and as fat as he was. Before you were born, Amy worked as a diplomat in Zhengfa.
A diplomat. So that must be how she became acquainted with President Wang. And also his President's Wang.
Hang on, didn't you tell me she worked at the orphanage?
Yes, after returning to this country, Amy left her job as a diplomat. She always had great passion for charity work, so she began working at the orphanage.
Not so fast! Not so fast!
Hey, Miss Courtney. So this Amy girl, she's called the president there herself, but she never showed up at the scene of the SS5 incident. What's with that?
Amy couldn't make it. Apparently someone had been following her the whole night.
Oh, I figured it was probably her there, with a gun. Perhaps it was Blaze. Can't say for certain, but it's possible that it was his doing.
After that, Amy never got another chance to see the president again.
So she died 5 years ago. This conversation must be painful for John.
Oh, right. Hey, John, you thirsty? How about I buy us both some juice? We can go together.
I prefer milk, and I've got fucking plenty of it. I'm part of this too. I'll listen until the end. Besides, I can afford to buy my own juice.
Oh, shut down by a kid. John, do you understand the reason I met with the president 2 days ago?
Secret meeting from 2 nights ago.
I want to tell him about Amy's death and that you were alive and well.
But
I see. That's why you couldn't tell us her reasons for meeting with the president until now. Okay, I guess that really was the president then.
I get it. She would have had to reveal his connection with John. I brought a bouquet of lion lilies so that he would understand I truly did know about Amy. Those flowers are a dear memory to the president and Amy. The first present she received from the president was a bouquet of lion lilies. But now even he has passed away. If only he was still alive. Perhaps I could have introduced him to a John.
I don't give a shit.
Shifu! I'm sorry to interrupt this atmosphere, but there's something I need to say! Oh, what is it now? Can this wait? Well, actually, there's one last item that's been delivered for you from Zangfa. I have here the president's will. What? What?
The president's will?
My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Ling clan. Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan. Our family treasures, so to speak. This is...
Agent Lang, does that will have something to do with the current case?
You bet it does. It says here, I hereby acknowledge John Marsh as my own son. Damn it! Which means he gets all the stuff. Fuck! Fuck John! Damn it!
Hold it! What? John's name is in the president's will?
Are you certain that will was written by the president?
Yeah, he trusted the Ling clan even before the SS5 incident took place. They'll have to appraise it back home. But by the name of the Ling clan, this is the real deal.
Yijun Wang was the president of an entire nation. His existence of his own son would have caused considerable controversy. However, he left behind a will, just in case.
This makes it doubly sure. Still can't believe it myself. But there's no room for doubt. John Marsh, you are the son of Yijun Wang, President Zangfa. You are the Lord and Savior of our country now. Boom! Boom!
I'm here too.
Whatever, don't give a shit.
John!
Peace out, bitches.
John, no!
To be continued.
Oh my god, this fucking finally ends. Oh, these sections are killing me. They're fucking killing me. Killing me with awesome, I mean. Oh my god. Okay, it's starting to come together, I think. A little bit. I feel like this orphanage thing is going to be related to one of the sons of Gustavian Dover, which I think if it does end up being that Simon is Dover's son, I feel like he's going to be connected to this in some way. Maybe he'll end up being the mastermind or something. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, because I think it'd be too obvious to be just Blaze again, right? But that's the only thing I think, which would be a real fucking twist, right? Because that little weenie dude, and I saved his ass too. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, or 2 episodes more than likely. If you did, please leave a like and a favorite and subscribe if you're not already. Become Peaky Penguin. Boy, the SLB, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.